YouTube world. My name is Romina and I will be doing a makeup tutorial today on an everyday natural look. This is my first YouTube video, so I'm very nervous, and excuse me if I stutter or act like a dummy. First things first, I'm going to take off my glasses and I'm going to put on some contacts, or else I'm going to be super blind and things are not going to be looking cute. So I am good to go. And I have really sensitive eyes, so they cry like this all the time. Just going to grab a damp beauty blender and clean that out. Now, I'm going to get my headband and get my hair out of my face. Pretty much all the stuff that I'm going to use is pretty affordable. There's like maybe like 1, 2, 3 items that are not affordable, maybe 4. The primer that I'm going to use today is from the brand Touch and Soul, and it's called No Problem. I'm sure I'm saying that weird, but it's No Problem Primer. It looks like this. Whip. And I really like this primer. It's very smooth on the skin. It feels very silky. I'm just going to grab a little bit. I like to warm it up a little bit with my fingertips, and then I like to apply it here in my problem areas where I feel like my pores look really bad. After I put it in, this is a mirror by the way, after I put it in, make sure it soaks in, I'm going to go ahead and get my foundation. Today I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. Excuse me while I get this positioning correct. And I like to put some on the back of my hand after I shake it. It's coming out in slow motion. And then if I need more, I'll put more after. I'm going to grab my Morphe sponge. I was using the Real Technique sponge, and it's very good too, and it's very affordable. And this one I picked up around my birthday, and it's very smushy. The red doesn't leak out when you wet it, so that's nice. And it also has this nice precision, just like the Real Technique sponge does. But what I like about this one is I feel like it doesn't soak up as much product as the Real Technique one, and they're about the same price. So right now I look like a zombie. Look great. I'm going to go ahead and grab some of my LA Girl concealer. This is the high definition concealer, and it's in the shade Creamy Beige. I like to use this one first because it has a little bit of a peach undertone, so it helps correct a little bit of this pigmentation issue that I have underneath my eyes. So I like to use this little Real Technique tiny sponge. I don't know what it's called. I'm pretty sure it's like a definer or something, but it's meant to clean up stuff, or I don't know. I saw that you're supposed to use it like for your eye around like here, or to clean up your wing. But I like to use this specifically for under my eye because I feel like it's super tiny and it gets in the crevices. And I like to use this flat side to put on cream blush. So after that's blended in, I'm going to go ahead and take my Maybelline Fit Me concealer. This one has been beat up, been through it. It is been through it. I use this every day. I like to use this because it's more of like a dewy-ish finish. So I like to use this especially when I go to the gym and I'm not wearing any foundation. I'll just put a little bit of concealer under my eye, and it makes me feel more awake and human-y. This is in the shade Sand Sable. I'm just going to grab a little bit Not too much because I'm going for a natural look. I'm going to grab the same Real Technique sponge and blend it in. After I've blended it out, like so, I like to do a lot of cream products first, and then I'll set everything else. Sometimes I'll go in and set underneath my eyes so it doesn't crease, but I'm pretty quick, so I'm just gonna go ahead and move on to my contour. Today, and I use this like almost every day if I'm gonna do like this natural look, I'm using this Wet n Wild Mega Cushion Contour. I feel like not a lot of people talk about this, and this is really good. I think they're like $3 at Walgreens, and the other day they were on sale for $1, and they're very good. So I'll either take another sponge. This is from Ulta. I think it's like $10, and I'll take the bottom of it and use it for contour, or I'll take this Real Technique. Oh no, just kidding. This is a Morphe brush. They came in the rose gold palette. They don't have any numbers, but it's super tiny, and I like this so I can get right up in there. So today I think I'm going to use a mixture of both just to make sure we have a seamless blend. I'm going to go ahead and take the back of this sponge, and I'm going to squish it like this, and then I'm going to dip it in. And then after I dip it in, I like to tap some off on my hand so it doesn't look like a streak. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend that in. I start from the top of my ear down, and I like to make this face so I can see where the hollows of my cheeks are. And I don't like to bring the contour all the way down because I feel like my face kind of like just comes in. So I like to bring it like up to here where this cheek stops. Same with the other one. Then I'm going to grab whatever's left and, okay, maybe dab it one more time a little bit. And then I'm going to put it on the temples. And I have a small forehead, so I don't like to bring it all the way to the top. I just bring it on the edge of my temples. And then whatever is left, just scrape it down. So after I use it with this sponge, I'm going to go ahead and grab that Morphe brush that I said. And I'm just going to grab a little bit. Like if you could see, I'm not even like digging it in there. I'm just tapping the surface. And I'm going to go ahead and make sure it's blended nicely. And I'm going to go ahead and move on to blush. I just picked this up yesterday at Ulta. I have the other one. It's called Pinch, and I love it so much. It gives like a nice dewy, fresh appearance to the cheeks. It looks so good. So I decided to pick up another shade while I was there. I was doing some Christmas shopping, and I got something for myself. I got the shade Cinnamon. This is by Flower Beauty. They're the Blush Balm from Flower Beauty. Color Drops for Cheeks. And I'm going to put that on the back of my hand as well. And I put just a little dot. And then I like to grab that little Real Technique brush that I use for the concealer. It has this flat side. And I like to grab a little bit of it and then dab it out in circular motions on my hands to get an even application. And then when I see that it's been spread out, I go ahead and put it on the apples of my cheeks. So I'm gonna and then I like to bring a little bit on the tip of my nose so I look like alive and down the bridge. Just tapping it a little bit just to add like a nice flush of color. I'm gonna go ahead and set the under eye now. I'm gonna use today this RCMA translucent powder. Wow, what am I gonna And I like this powder. I got it because it was a recommendation from Kathleen Lights, and I like it. It does a very good job, but I hate this packaging with a passion. So I like to unscrew the top and put a little bit in the lid because this is like a seasoning container. So I like to put a little bit on the lid, and then I'm gonna grab this really tiny Royal and Lang Nickel contour brush. I used it for contour before, but I like it much better to set underneath the eye. It's nice and fluffy. So I'm gonna just grab a little bit, then I'm gonna kind of rotate it around on the top where the powder isn't so much and just tap it off. So then we have a nice even coat. And I'm gonna put it underneath my eyes. So then I'm gonna put it down my T-zone, around my nose where I get oily, and on my chin. I'm not gonna set my face because it's a little cold outside and my face already gets dry with the cold, so I'm just gonna leave everything else as it is. And now I'm gonna go ahead and move to highlight. Today, this is something that is a little bit more expensive, but it's the tiny version, so it's like less expensive. I don't remember how much it is right now. This is from Becca Cosmetics, and it is the Moonstone highlighter. It's so pretty. So I'm going to grab a little bit with my ring finger and swirl it around. And then I'm going to put it on the high points of my cheeks. After I do that, I'm going to go ahead and fill my brows in. I like to use the Brow Boss from ColourPop. I love this so much. Brow Boss, ColourPop, camera. I'm using today the shade Brunette. I've used Anastasia, Brow Wiz, the Benefit Precisely My Brow. They're all good and I like them. The Dip Brow, the Ka-Brow, I've used so many. And this one is $5 and I feel like it lasts on my eyebrows for the whole day. I can wear this to the gym and it doesn't rub off. And it just doesn't look so harsh, which is what I'm trying to go for a no makeup natural day. So I use this every day. I ran out and I bought like 2 backups because this I can't. It was heartbreaking to not have it. I'm gonna move this a little closer, so if it's in your face, I'm so sorry. But you know the brows gotta look on point. So do this to my side. So I'm just gonna grab the spoolie and brush through my brows. I'm gonna brush them up. And then I'm trying to see if I can use like a smaller mirror so it's not up in your face. So I like to start right here. Let me see. Right here, because I have a pretty full front of the brow. So I like to start right about here and just make the arch. And then I like to fill in my arch and then do the front, connect the front, because this front is already full. It's the rest of the brow that I have a little bit of issue with. Some people ask me, oh, are your eyebrows microbladed? And I'm like, no, it's just this. Done? Not done. On fleek? Pathetic. So after I have my brows filled in, this is what they look like. I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyes. Nothing crazy. Remember, this is a natural makeup look. So I like to grab, this is what I use as a bronzer if I'm not gonna, well, over the cream. most days, but since it's cold outside, I just want to leave this as it is so it gives a nice dewy freshness to it. So I'm going to grab the ColourPop Press Powder Bronzer in the shade, I forgot, let's see, in the shade In It to Win It. I feel like that's a High School Musical song. And then, where's my bridge? Found it. I'm gonna use this. I think I bought this at Sephora. It's a Vasanti contour eyeshadow number 4 brush. I'm gonna grab a little bit of it. This is very nice color. It has a little bit of a satin finish, has a little bit of glitter in it, but nothing crazy, nothing where you can like tell that there's a bunch of glitter on it. Just very tiny micro specks of glitter throughout the pan. But I'm gonna grab a little bit of them on my brush, a little bit of it on my brush. And now I'm gonna grab, I got this in an Ipsy bag one time. It's from Preciosa Beauty. It's just this very nice like bronzy champagne-y. It's in between champagne and bronzy. And it's in the shade Fantasy. But I'm just gonna put this on the lid to give it a nice little bit of color. Let's see, it's like skin tony, bronzy, champagne-y. And I'm gonna grab a little bit on my ring finger. And I'm just gonna pat that in. You should have something to look like this. It's just like a natural flush, you know? Nothing crazy, just to make you look a lick. I'm gonna go ahead and grab an eyelash curler, and then I'm gonna curl my eyelashes and put on mascara, and then the lip, and then we're done. Before I put on mascara, I almost forgot, I want to put a little bit of inner corner highlight. This is from ColourPop as well. As you can tell, I really love this brand. Oh, excuse me. They're super affordable, and the formula is very good. I'm going to take the shade, this is the I Think I Love You palette. This one got all messed up. How? I don't know. And I'm going to go ahead and take probably this one. I think it's My Treat. I can never read what their names is because they're either backwards or the same, or I don't know. They're like, I don't know if it's the way you look at it and the name or where they're at in the palette and the name. You know what I mean? So I'm going to grab my pinky. I'm going to grab a little bit of this color. Now I'm going to grab my mascara. I just picked this up, like, I've been using it all week. I like it. It's good. It's a waterproof CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume. And this is in the shade dark brown. And I don't like it when so much comes out, so I'm just gonna wipe off the tip. That's what she said. And I'm just gonna apply it to my lashes. So now that we've done that, we're gonna put that away. I'm gonna go ahead and use this Rimmel Stay Matte. Mine's a little busted because I don't know why it fell or something. And I'm just going to put that around my nose and on my T-zone so I don't get so oily. But I'm not trying to put too much because, as I said, it's winter and I don't want to dry out my skin even more. That's it. Now I'm going to grab my MAC Fix Plus Prep and Prime. Whoa. I'm just going to spray it all over. And as that sinks in, I am going to go ahead and usually I use a gloss, but since it's winter, I don't want to use a gloss. So I'm going to use this Kylie Cosmetics lip kit in the shade Candy K. I'm going to line my lips and then I'm going to fill them in. So that completes today's look. I hope you enjoyed it. This very everyday wearable look where you want to look nice, but you don't want people to be like, oh, she's wearing a lot of makeup. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't joined the family, please subscribe, like this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments down below what other videos you'd like to see from me, and I will be more than happy to show that to you. Usually on a day-to-day, I wear this Laneige BB cream. That way it gives some benefit to my skin, you know, throughout the week. I don't usually wear foundation unless it's the weekend or I'm going to go out somewhere. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm pretty sure I just said that. And I will be seeing you next time. Bye, guys.